You're kicking it with the Christians. You're kicking it with the Christians. One marriage, two hustlers, it shows. We'll travel the globe in search of endless possibilities. You're kicking it with the Christians. Together we'll conquer it all. Take the highs with the lows, cause there's no losing with this energy. You're kicking it with the Christians.
Don't forget to follow us on all platforms.
And one. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast. This is One Marriage.
Two hustlers, baby. We in the building.
We're in a mother building. So, anyways, we got some new guests, man. Before we get started, we brought on some interesting guests. Not only y'all gonna love it, y'all gotta hear their story too, though. You know how they started their business and things like that.
They in the H. They're all the way from North Carolina. Yes.
Come on.
They live in person in the building. Y'all know how we do it. We don't do the virtual stuff.
Nah, we don't
bring
do the
out
virtual.
a real in-person stuff.
Come
and
on.
so we're gonna let them introduce themselves. Some of y'all may know them because you know they're all popular and stuff on Instagram.
Come on.
They popping. They popping a little bit.
So tell us a little bit about y'all, man. What's up? Talk to us. Who want to go first? Bam or Sassy? Let's go.
Ladies first, ladies.
Okay. Y'all listen. My name is Shakira Kersey, but if you follow me on Instagram, then you know me as Sassy, the truck boss. Let's make sure you understand that. I mean, I'm an all-around truck girl. I've been in this industry for 17 years. Everything trucking, diesel mechanic, military, owner, operator, fleet owner, all the trucks. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm an instructor.
Come on, credentials.
All of these things. I'm everything trucking. That's what you get with the boss.
Y'all, and I'm super excited to have her because look, this is her first time doing a podcast.
Come on.
What better way to do it than to do it here?
Come on.
All right.
Yes. So, all right, tell us a little bit about you, Fab. Tell us.
What's up, y'all? I'm Buddy Fab. We're coming out of Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where the area we from, the Raleigh, North Carolina area.
Yes, sir.
That's what we repping. No, we really repping Henderson, North Carolina.
Okay.
Money out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Yes.
Coming out the NC area, man. I've been in trucking for about almost 15 years now.
Okay.
Started with the dump trucks.
Okay.
Then I switched over. No, not switched. Graduated to tractors, then box trucks.
Come on.
So I'm all over the trucking game, man. We just been doing this for so many years.
Yes, sir.
Me and Sassy together, we got 30 plus years in this trucking game.
Right.
So
And guys, they are business partners.
Yes.
Business partners.
Yes. So we and I met Sassy. When we met, first thing we talked about was dump trucks.
Come on.
And that's why I started at dump trucks. So from there on in, we just been locked in. That's my little sis.
Okay.
I told her my story, how me and my wife
I love
started this
it.
thing from the ground up with just $13,000 into multi-million-dollar businesses.
Wow.
Hold on. Don't miss this gym. Started with 13,000 to make $1 million. Come on, man. Talk about it. Oh, multi-millions. That's not
More than one, guys.
So that's it, man. And me and Sassy got together and we both was on the same page about let's get this game out here and help other people. So
Come on, man.
That's where Buddy and Sassy come from, right?
So one thing we talk about is running the play, all right? Because it's real big. I tell people every day, what plays are you running? What bars are you dropping? So I notice the plays is the marketing. So what kind of plays y'all running to build y'all business to this big empire?
Authenticity.
Okay.
You gotta be. Everything have to be the energy. People see. That's what I explain to people all the time. You can't fool nobody because nobody's stupid.
That's true.
So if the energy is if it's not flowing, somebody's gonna pick up on something that's wrong.
Yes.
So that, like Sassy said, it got to be real, man. It just got to be official. It got to be real. And then another thing about that is we on the internet.
Yes.
And we starting to get some buzz on the internet. And if you coming on that internet with fake shit, you're gonna be exposed
easily.
Ooh.
So and I tell people this because there's people that know Sassy, there's people that know me. Everybody got somebody who knows.
Oh
me.
yes, it's connected.
So if you on there faking, somebody know that you're faking.
They gonna call you out.
You know what I'm saying? You get called out. So I think that's why me and Sassy really, when we came on the internet with this dump truck thing, that's why we hit it off strong running, because people saw the realness.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this shit is real. And you know, people like, well, if y'all, you know, y'all black, y'all supposed to be giving it free,
For
this and that. I'm like,
free.
hold on, do a college give you anything free?
Woo, come on, talk about
do
it.
a college give you anything free?
Talk about it.
You
Shit,
know, like all these
regular job.
a
When you go to
trade school, a training or
taking
whatever.
out the money.
But I come back with this. I said, but we got something free for y'all.
Come on.
Come check my lives every Monday on Instagram. We spitting trucking game. It's free. So
Right.
whatever you could get out of that, if you could get whatever gyms you could get, and it can help you further your life, then you're more than welcome to it. But when you want to come sit us down for 4 weeks at a time and get this dump truck game,
Come on.
of course we got to charge. We
Of
got
course.
You have
we
to
gotta
pay.
charge y'all for that. So that's what it's all about.
Right. And one thing I always say is, like, you can give people all the knowledge for free that you want, but it's the application of knowledge that makes the money. And so I can give it to you all day, but if you don't apply it, you're never going to make the money. You're never going to be where I'm at, because every day I got to get up, I got to hustle. There's something I have to do in order to make it to Buddy Fab status.
And
right?
that's what
I'm trying to get there too.
that's what Coach Sheldon said. Is OG Coach Sheldon from out of Atlanta. He always,
Yes.
you know, he's in the box truck game and the sprinter van game, and he was the first person I heard say this. He was like, you know, I could sell you the game, give you the game, but the hustle was separately.
Woo, that's what's up.
And that shit is so real and so strong, because I could teach you everything I know. But is you gonna get up like Fab every morning?
Come
Is you
on.
gonna 7 days a week like
Come
Fab?
on, come
Is you
on.
gonna 16-hour a day like Fab? Is you gonna sweat? Is you gonna grind? Is you gonna cry? Is you gonna blood? Is you gotta put all that into
gotta
all
be
the
all
pieces.
in.
Right.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, the difference between me and you is, you go to work, they give you a plate of food to eat, and that's all you can eat. Me, I kill whatever I kill is what I eat.
Exactly.
So my mindset is a whole nother level when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
People don't get
Yeah.
that part.
Right.
So they so used to, hey, this is what you got, and I'm full now. See,
Right.
me, I'm never full. I'm gonna keep killing, so I make sure I got food stored up.
And that's good. Like Sassy called me the other day. One of her trucks is down. She was working on one of her trucks. 'Cause she's a certified diesel mechanic.
Okay.
And I was like, sis, it's hot out there. She was like, Fab, if this truck don't run, I don't eat.
Woo, come on.
So we, you know, if our trucks are parked, if the wheels not turning, we don't eat.
Come on, talk about
Yeah,
it.
so
Talk
it's 7
about
days
it.
a week here, man.
And people
7
don't
days a week.
understand entrepreneurship either. They just think it's easy. No, man. It's a lot of nights that I don't cried, or I'm trying to figure out something. How this gonna happen? I gotta make sure these trucks get out here. I gotta make sure I got fuel in these trucks. Oh, this driver decided not to come out here and do this thing. Or
Come on.
like it's a lot to go into it. Like you said, like you gotta kill.
You gotta
what you
kill
gonna
what you
eat.
eat.
Yes.
It's entrepreneurship different.
It's different. It's different. That's why I think me and Sassy's get so much buzz too, because we don't. It's not like we on there saying, "Come get this dump truck thing." We're gonna check.
Yes.
We like. I posted something on one of my social media sites stating where, you know, me and my wife almost lost our house.
Come
Messing
on.
with this trucking
Come
thing.
on. Come
I mean,
on.
I'd have pawned my wife's wedding band.
Come on.
So we done been through so much. Like, this shit don't happen
It's
overnight.
levels.
And we don't want to fool nobody. Have you thinking you going to come in here and take this dump truck course and you just going to be on it. No. You're going to be educated. Now you got to get it to the next
You
level
got this. This is
yourself.
the thing, though. I think people be missing. They gotta go do the work, because so many people just like, well, I'm like, man, are you willing to grind? Are you willing to fix your mind where you so locked in that nothing can stop you from going? Sometimes my wife say, you like a robot. I'm like, man, look, I'm trying to go get it, because there's so much I see. Though I know that we can be, you know, I don't got time to relax. I'm gonna relax when I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm on a mission.
I'm with you.
You know, and that's just a whole nother mindset. So you got any questions?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Come on.
I'm gonna start with Sassy. So the name Sassy, I want you to talk to the people about the name Sassy, because you got it on your shirt, you got the
Come on.
recognition. I know they wondering how we coming with that name, dude.
Okay, so funny story. When I was in basic training, I went into the military a little bit older, right? So I was in there with a bunch of kids.
Come on.
So in the military, you know, they make you get up in the morning, your bed has to be made a certain type of way.
Come on.
Your pillow got to be on there a certain type of way. Your clothes got to be folded. I was already used to that because
Discipline.
I grew up with my mom, and she didn't have a car or any of those things. So I was already an early person. I had to get on the city bus with her to go to school and stuff like that.
Talk
So when
about
I had,
it.
And my mama always taught me you can't leave out the house without your bed being made up.
Mm.
So when I got in the military, I was like the mama, but not the mama. But one of my battles, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna just call you Sassy because you just so sassy with
Come
me.
on.
And like it just stuck with me.
Oh, I
I
like
got
that.
it.
And originally I was Sassy yet fit on Instagram because I went to school to be a personal trainer.
I got you.
So that was my first thing on Instagram. But then when I was like, you know what, I've been in this trucking industry for a long time. I'ma just
You gonna go with it?
Yeah, and I was
Put
like,
some
I'm a
swag
boss.
on it.
Like I'm a boss.
Yes.
So I would say sassy is confident. It's like assertive. Like
Yes.
I'm
Very
on my
assertive.
shit. I'm about my shit. And
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Y'all hear that, ladies?
So then, Fab, the question I want to ask you though is, how do because people might be watching the videos like, how do they get to your mindset though? Like, how do they get there? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do they get to the level? Because you know, everybody, and I tell people all the time, everybody want to be where we at, but they ain't been through the work we've been through. But how do they get to your mindset? Like, what tips are you want to give to people?
It might sound harsh, but it's true.
Okay.
You have to say fuck everybody.
Woo! Talk about it.
From your mother to your kids
Come on.
to your wife
Come on.
to your.
Come on.
You have to say fuck everybody, and you have to get in a space where you by yourself, and you can't let nothing come in there.
I love it.
So when I first started, you know, like I miss funerals, I miss
Come on.
graduations,
Locked in.
I miss birthdays, I miss, you know, and if they can understand that, then that's on them. But I know I had something to do. Like, you know, I mean, it bothered me because I'm human.
Gotcha.
It bothered me, but I was so locked in, man. It was like the way me and my wife were struggling at one time. Like everything started going bad for me.
Come on.
It was like a point where I would rather be dead than live like that. So I'm like, before I live like this,
Come on.
I'd rather be dead. And when I locked in,
Come on.
I locked in. We didn't eat out for a year. We was eating oodles and noodles.
Talk
and
about it. Talk about it.
Franks and beans, and we was like spending no money, no shopping, and I'm a sneakerhead. You know, I'm no sneakers for a year or two. I mean, we was locked in, man. And then when things start smoothing out, then I start opening up the. All right, y'all, let's start doing the family thing.
Yeah.
Let's start doing it because things start going. But if I didn't do that at first, I would never be where I'm at today.
And I always say, isolation brings elevation.
Yes.
I say that all the time, man. Once my first year of entrepreneurship, my wife used to say, because I don't know if y'all know our story, she allowed me to quit my job first.
Okay.
All right? Because I was at the railroad. She was like, hey, you quit and you go for it. You know what I'm saying? Now she job free.
Yeah.
But somebody had to take a chance.
Dang, that's kind of
You know what I'm saying?
You was just talking about this in the car.
That's me and my wife's story.
Yeah, so I always tell them, like, man, my first year it was so like lonely because all my friends was working. They working. I'm like, I don't have nobody to talk to. And my wife said, man, she said, sometimes I'm your only interaction. And I'm like, you know what, you right. But I was locked in on building my products, locked in on finishing my book, locked in on like everything that I wanted to do. And then after that, now we done built a multi-million-dollar empire. So
There you go. But if you want something different,
Come
you
on.
have to do something
Yeah,
different.
absolutely.
talk about it.
That's just it. And you know, me and Sassy just was talking about this driving over here about me and my wife with the working and all of that. And
Come on.
my wife quit her job the day I bought the truck, not the day I made money.
Ooh, come on.
I'm like, hey, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, we don't know if this shit gonna work. And she was like, well, you said when you get I said, babe, when I get a truck and make some money.
Hey, it worked out.
But it worked out, and by the grace of God, my wife haven't been to a job in over 10 years. She worked for the family businesses, man. So, you know, like you say, you just got to lock in, man. You got to do something that you never did before. And that's like you said, isolate. Isolate.
Because I heard a quote a long time ago that said, in order to get to be somewhere somebody never been, you gotta do something you never did before.
Yep.
And a lot of times we get into this thing of complacency, this thing of being comfortable, this thing of not understanding, like, man, there's no money in your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so locked in, like, there's no money. I want to be uncomfortable. The more uncomfortable I am, the more money I make. Yep. The more I put myself out there, I stop caring about what people say, what they think. I get so locked in. My wife said all the time, she was like, man, I'm like, I'm locked in. I don't see nothing else but what we see. I don't worry about what nobody else doing because we always say God has for us what He has for us.
Yeah.
And nobody can take it away.
It's true. What's for you is for you. Good or bad.
Yes.
Good or bad. Because it comes bad too.
Yeah, it comes bad.
Because life be life.
Because life be life. So good or bad. So yeah, that's very true, Lauren. That's very true.
Yes.
Yeah. So Sassy, you're single. How is that? Like, how is that navigating being a boss? Handling all the things, the dating has to be difficult.
It is. I think that I have such a strong personality, and because I've let's keep it real, I'm in a male-dominated industry,
Right.
and
Okay.
I'm very knowledgeable about it. So if I meet truck drivers or I meet people that's in my industry, I feel like I scared them away.
You friend zone them.
Yeah, no, not even
Be
friend
friends on
zone them. I just think that I scared them away because if you start talking to me truck shit, like
You know it.
I know it. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes
She know that. Truck
or
shit.
sometimes I know too much and it offend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
It step on people's toes or whatever. But even with me dating and like when I was on the road consistently and I was dating, it was always a problem because it's like, you know, it's just,
You never home.
I'm never home.
You're always gone.
And then,
yeah.
you know, I got to talk to the man because most of the men at the, you know, they at the shipping and receiving or they loading the truck or, you know, they telling me to back up here and do
There's
it.
a man dominant.
So, you know, you got a nigga here, a nigga in the background. So, and then like you said, like eventually you get to the point where you like, I got to lock in and do what's right for me.
Yes.
Right.
You gotta lock
And
in,
whoever
man.
And the right person will come.
It's
Yes.
crazy. We was
Yeah,
just talking about this today.
I said we was. I was telling her, I was like, sis, you single, you going, you know, you reaching your goals, you scratching your, you know, your list off, you doing what you're doing.
Yes.
And I told her, I said, do not let no clown come in your life and destroy that.
Come on.
Because you got a lot of male groupies out here too.
Don't talk about it.
They be on that Instagram fronting, but they looking for a woman with a bag.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? They be on there fronting, and I know when they front because I know what money look like, and I know how money move. And I don't be on there fronting. And I told her that, I said, sis, do what you're doing. Just do not let one of these clowns come and destroy what you're doing. We just talked about that.
We just talked about
we
this
just
on
talked
the way
about that.
here.
Yes.
He said that to me.
Yeah, because you are doing you're doing amazing. And so
she's powerful.
She has to she has to have somebody that's going to add value to what she's already doing.
And that's why we really started this podcast because it's one marriage, two hustlers.
Right.
So it ain't just, you know, like we got 6 bank accounts. It's all tied in. She don't got her own account. I don't got my own account. This is our money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when the money comes, the money comes. And I'm not trying to hide money. She ain't, you know, we in this all in or we all out. And that's just our personal mindset. So
yeah. But I think also too, in her case, it's gonna be a little different because she already coming with her bag.
That's true.
That person gonna have to come with their bag.
That's true.
She ain't starting from the bottom because I'm not at the bottom.
Yes, it's a difference.
It's gonna be different. Yeah, it's gonna be different.
Like my wife and I, we started together.
yes.
Right. That's different.
So I don't own no more than she owns.
Yes.
I don't care who name is in, like, you know, everything's
Oh, yes.
But that's still my partner. That's still my, we started with nothing. I had 9,000. She had 4,000. That was 13,000. She said she had 6. She had 4. So, you know, we
Clarify.
ain't here to talk about it.
Right.
I'm gonna defend her while she not
Thank you,
here.
Sassy.
So, you know,
And the ladies.
and we took that 13,000. So it doesn't matter what happens with me and her from here on out.
Come on.
She's going to be good forever.
Woo, talk about
Forever.
it.
And then, you know, people say, well, you know, if I said, listen, let me explain something to you.
Come on.
When the way she been in my corner, nobody else believed in me but her.
Woo, talk
I
about
went
it.
to 27 people to be my business partner. And everybody, I got this thing framed in my office. There's 27 people.
Come on.
And she was the only one that said, well, babe, I got 4,000 left. I said, well, let's do it. And not only that, people say, you know, well, you got this money now, y'all successful. I said, but that doesn't matter.
Yes.
What matters is if I lose it tomorrow,
Still gonna be there.
will she be there? And
Still.
she's proved that.
She's still gonna
So
be
that's why what's hers is hers, and what's mine's is hers. It ain't ours, it's hers.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's it.
yes. So you know what I'm saying?
We putting the energy over there.
And my wife, she doesn't hear me talk about her like this to people because I always talk because it's the truth. Because I cannot tell my story without her.
Come on.
I can't tell my story without her.
Right.
And when you got somebody who believe in you, now you got to remember before this trucking thing, I was coming out the streets.
Come on.
had one foot in, try to do the right thing, one foot out, doing do the wrong thing or whatever. So I hit a bad patch, and I lost my cars. I lost my, I had a sneaker store. I lost everything. This woman went out and got 2 extra part-time jobs.
Come on.
So one of them was a bartender job. I used to pick up for bartending every weekend. She'd get in the car, here, babe, got my tips for the night. Put that in my pocket. And I'm like, oh, now we're not married yet. This is girlfriend and boyfriend.
Got
I'm
you.
like, oh, shit, I got to marry this woman. This is the woman I got to marry.
That's true.
And I said, and I promised her, I said, if I ever get back in position on my feet, you would never have to work another day in your life.
I love
Talk
it.
about it.
And that's what we
And I
actually
think, and I think that's so huge, because people always ask me like, so man, you trust when you walked away from the railroad, you trust your wife to really, because she told me, she was like, if something happened, I got us. You really trust her? And I'm like,
no.
Hey,
I get it today. I get it today. That's true, because you got women out here that's, they could be, they could be shiesty.
Yeah, they do.
They could be shiesty. Yeah. And with my situation, my wife handles all of our money. So we got like bank accounts here, blah, 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 all the bank accounts. And I don't even know when the bill on my house is due. I don't know when the mortgage is due. I don't know how much the mortgage is. I don't know what my car notes are due and when the insurance is due, the credit card bill. She pays all the bills. So when they say, man, do you trust her? I said, bro, I got an 800+ credit score. She's the reason to like that. Yeah, I trust. That's the only one I trust.
Yes.
That's the only one I'm going to trust.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel you on that.
I love it. It's the mindset.
I love it. Y'all know I'm always team wife over here. So I love that. I love when I hear men talk about their wives, the ones that really, really are.
No, but you got to give it up.
You got to hear them talk about it.
If you're doing with your wife, the husband got to give it up.
That's what and I think so many men be like, so yeah, I ain't never let a woman try to take care of me. I'm like, listen, if you would have seen the vision, she seen me, because she was telling me, babe, you got so much stuff you plan. Go do it. I'm like, man, but I got this railroad job. She's like,
with that
no,
Right.
go get
it. He was taking on overtime. He was just doing this.
All that time you can put in your own self and build your shit
And
up.
that's what I was telling him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I just took a leap of faith, and I just I went after it.
You got to.
But you know what? A lot of times it's the people around you, like your family. Of course, family's like, don't be doing that. You need a job. Oh, don't do that. Need insurance. They get crazy.
Health insurance, you need to make sure you get.
They get crazy.
I was just sitting here thinking that, because a lot of men can be further than they are if they had that type of woman to put that battery in their back and put the pom-poms out and cheerleader for them. But I tell you, my wife cheerleader, I think she really cheerleader because I asked didn't want to go to work no more. So she really had the pom-poms out.
Whatever the reason was.
Right, but she had them out. There you go. She had them out, man. Definitely.
That's the reason why.
And I think and that's really good, man. I really, so I want to ask you guys a couple questions though, because I like to talk a little bit about business, because there's people out there that's saying, y'all talk a good game about being in business, but I tried it. I wasn't successful. How do people change and adapt and pivot? Because that's my wife's thing. So how do they do it?
I feel like you got to want it. That's just how I feel like. I feel like some people are meant to be entrepreneurs and some people are just meant to be workers.
Okay.
You just got to want to get. It's been times I ain't had shit in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I got a business. You know what I'm saying? I fell flat on my face, but I didn't say, oh my God, you know what? Forget this. I'm gonna just go get a job.
Go get me a job.
No, I'm a hustler. So I'm gonna figure this shit out, and I'm gonna go get this bag, and that's just what it is.
That's what it all comes down to. Just what's in the person.
In you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's in the person. Because you got some people that could go to work, just say if they work for Amazon or whatever they work for, Nike or whoever, and they could go there and be the best employee ever that company ever seen in their life.
Wow.
Then they get out there on their own to do their own thing, and they can't do it.
Because people need direction. I think people need direction. They need people to tell them what
and they
to
don't
do.
have no structure too, though. We be telling people they don't have no structure, no system. They don't know how to scale it.
Yeah.
It's just
and there's a difference when you're working for a company, because whatever happens with that company, your check is going to be there Friday.
Yes.
With your own business, that check might not be there. So that's the comfortability of that's what it is. Because you know that job, the light's gonna stay on at home because you're gonna get a paycheck.
And I tell people two things. I said, man, being realistic. being unrealistic is the closest thing to poverty.
It is.
Because
It is.
people write vision boards and they don't ever write vision environments. Right. Think about this. You got a vision board you looking at, but you don't never write your vision environment. It's your environment that's going to push you to the next level.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I love that. My other question was, do you think that people are like conditioned to work? They're conditioned to be like, okay,
yes,
I gotta get a job.
Yes. My grandmother, God bless her soul, love her to death. She taught me everything I know about credit and finances.
Come on.
But her main, now remember, right now my grandfather's 102. He'll be 102 next month. So God bless him. He's still living. My grandmother, she died when she was 80-something years old. All she preached to us as kids. I'm from New York City, mind you. So all she preached was civil service jobs. Now what this was, these were city jobs.
Come on.
Go to work for 20 years, you retire, you get a check.
Them good benefits.
The benefits. So this is all my grandmother taught was civil service jobs.
Wow.
Go get you a job, buddy, with a job with the city so you could, 20 years, you retire, you straight, whatever. But that's what she knew.
Ooh, so this is the question. How do you turn that on, though?
Because how I turned it around was, okay, she's right. She always taught me, says, son, whatever you do, make sure your credit is right. And this is back in the 80s. She's teaching us as a little kid about credit and stuff. But as I got grown and older, I said, well, hold on. Why should I go work somewhere for 20 or 30 years for a couple of $1,000s a month just to be comfortable and still might have to struggle when I could get that couple of thousand in a day?
Come on.
So that's where it switched for me at.
Mindset.
Right.
So I said, well, I know a job ain't gonna pay me $3,000 or $4,000 a day. Okay, if I go out here in the streets, I could get it, but then my freedom is at risk. My life is at risk. So if you are a hustler, you gonna figure something out. And when I figured this trucking game out, it was over from there. I said, it's over.
I think mine was more of a personal thing. Like, I just seen how I was raised. Like, everybody in my family, they work.
Yeah,
but
that's
they
my
didn't
family.
And I'm not if y'all are watching this, I'm not talking about y'all.
No, I mean,
no shade.
It was struggles.
Is like, I feel like,
it was struggles. I don't care how much they work. It was struggles.
It was, and I just felt like I used to sit back and be like, I'm not about to work like this and still not have.
Yes, it was struggles. Yes,
I knew I wanted a big ass. I remember Steve Harvey said I forgot what he was on, but he said that he went to he used to, when he was a child, he rode past somebody's house and he said, I'm gonna have that house. That's how I looked at it. I'm like, my
you believed it though.
Yeah, I believed it. I didn't want to stay in the hood. I didn't want to be laying with the roaches and shit. I like
that because it becomes a non-negotiable, right?
Yes.
It's like,
no negotiating.
it's not up for debate.
My standards are where my standards are.
No negotiating.
Right.
I love y'all. I don't knock nobody who cool with that. But
no, but what people, but this is why a lot of people do when they get successful, they feel kind of bad about their success because the people around them,
we just talked about that.
The people in their family and stuff like, well, you need to, stay humble. Don't stay humble.
Money ain't everything.
Congratulate yourself. Congratulate yourself. Don't be humble about nothing. You worked hard for this. You came to this. You spoke to this. No, congratulate yourself. Treat yourself. Pat yourself on the back. The hell with it being humble. We've been humble for years.
Because I always tell her, I was like, man, it's like we can't feel guilty for where we at when we didn't put the work in.
But I did.
That's how I be feeling a lot of times.
Because they make you feel that way. People make you feel that way.
I believe. I think as far as my immediate family, when I first made my first $1 million, me and my wife was laying in the bed, and people would think it would be a time of enjoyment. We were actually scared.
Okay, talk about it.
And that shit is so sad because that's how our people's minds been programmed for years. So when we made our first $1 million, it wasn't a celebration. We were sitting there literally scared. Now, mind you, this $1 million was legal. This is what we made from trucking, from taxes. I mean, they can't come take this from us. This is what we made. And I told my wife, I said, well, hold on, babe, shit. maybe I could go get 300, put it under the bed. You go get 200, put it at your mom's house.
You was thinking like a drug.
Yes, I'm thinking like the streets.
Yeah.
But then, and that's the sad shit about it. So I think this is the first time in numbers, as our culture, our people, our race, this is the first time to show the people behind us that, we're supposed to have this shit.
Yes.
We're supposed to be here.
And I tell people all the time, I said, when you look at the word belief, there's a 3-letter word inside of it, and it's called lie. So let me explain it. You got to lie to yourself. Because the Bible says, as a man see it. You know what I'm saying? If you see it, you know what I'm saying? You got to see it before you get there.
Yeah.
The problem is people trying to wait to get there to see it. It's not making sense. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see it. So when you look at the word believe, the word says lie. So you have to learn how to lie to yourself so you can start believing in yourself so you can get to where you're trying to be.
I hyped myself up for years.
Come on.
Ask my wife,
Come on.
when I'm in the shower, she be like, bro, who the hell is you talking to in there? And I'm like, man, chill. Chill. Because I'm speaking this shit into existence.
Come on.
Chill.
Yeah. Come on.
And then now she's used to it. And she be like, babe, we straight now. You still talk. I ain't finished yet. I'm just getting started. I ain't finished. I still got some shit to do.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's cool right there.
And I talked to you about that last week. I was like, babe, it's like when I have conversations with certain people, it's like they just don't believe it.
Yeah.
Like they don't believe it.
But you know,
they don't believe it. It's crazy.
You cannot. You got to understand why they don't. So my father-in-law, before he died from cancer a few years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago, and he swore to God, to my wife, that I was the biggest liar in the world before we made it in trucking. He was like, I love that boy, but he keep lying about he gonna have these trucks, he gonna do this. And I did it before he died.
Come on.
He got to see it.
He got to see it before he passed. So he told my wife this. He said, damn, baby girl, that boy wasn't lying after all. He really made this shit happen.
And you know, I like that. I like that because I tell people all the time, I say, if God give you a vision and you don't pursue it, he going to give it to somebody else and let you see the same vision that he gave you. You didn't take action. Right, so he going to let them do it. You like, I had that idea 5 years ago. Right. And it happens.
And that's some real, that hit home to me. I feel it. No.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you have something, I'm like, let's execute. Let's execute. How about execute?
Yeah.
Right. Because it might work. It might not. But supposed to do.
I like fuck it.
Look, I call Fab all the time and be like, Fab, I think we should do this. I got this idea and plan. I'm just putting it out there because I already know. I see everything. I'm like that. I already know it.
That's true.
I'm like, but I already know if I had this conversation with Fab, he gonna be like, sis, all right, I'm with it. Whatever you want, I'm with it.
Now that goes back to, and I want people to always hear this. Sometimes you can write a vision board that's unrealistic. So let me explain it. The reason why so many people write this vision board is like, I'm gonna get a Lambo tomorrow, but I'm like, you're not even making $10,000 a month. Let's listen. Some things, let's make it real. Let's be real. So let's set goals that's tangible.
Yes.
And then we can get to the next level. So a lot of times I tell people like, the only way you can write that vision board, but make sure you write that vision environment so the people you connected to is speaking into you. That's what's pushed your vision to the next level, though.
But that's true because you can exaggerate.
Yes.
And it's cool getting the Lambo, but not tomorrow.
Yes.
Not tomorrow. I mean, maybe 5 or 10 years. Not tomorrow. There's a lot coming with a Lambo. You need the bread. You need the credit. It's just a lot to come with it. There's a lot. Yeah, you need it. But you got to exaggerate. You have to exaggerate because, like, I didn't come up poor. But I came up in a middle class family. I know I saw my mom and like my dad died when I was 12, and my mom before she got remarried, my mom worked 3 or 4 jobs, so I saw the struggle.
Okay.
Like it wasn't just on hand for us. Like it wasn't that type of life. But we never went hungry or nothing like that.
Yeah, I got you.
But it was a struggle. And when you sit back and you see your parents struggle like that, I think that's what builds the character, the beast in you.
The beast.
Stamina, like, let's go.
Like, let's go. Like, go mode.
Let's go.
Seriously, because I feel like, for me, everything I do, I don't have kids, I don't have a husband or anything, but my dad been in prison my whole life. He a nigga from New York. He from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? But like, mom, even to this day, my grandmother, like, grandma just retired. She retired and still went back to work. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to that mindset of, I gotta work. But my mom, she worked 2-3 jobs at a time to take care of me, and I don't give a damn if she ain't have nothing. She made sure that I was okay. So like my thing right now is like, yo, you got to get to this level because I want my mama to just be able to chill and relax. I don't want her to need or want for everything. So that's my inspiration.
But that was in you from a kid.
Yes,
like it was in me from a kid. I'm not saying that you can't be 30 or 40 and then put that beast in you. Yeah. It's never too late. But I think when it's in you from a kid, come on, I think you got a better shot. And
I think you developed that because like we grew up poor. Yeah. So we grew up like struggling. My mom was struggling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that gave me that fuel. And then my mom died like 13 years ago from cancer. Wow. And that was another thing. I was like, man, she died at 50. Like, life is so short. We don't know what's going on. And, you know, so.
Bro, my dad died at 34. Wow. And I found him in my bed dead, right? And I said, my biggest fear in life, well, not right now, but when I was starting my business and I was making it, my biggest fear, because my dad died at an early age, my biggest fear, I ain't scared to die. That's not my fear. But how I was gonna leave my family if I died. So I said I got to get on this shit and make sure everything is straight. Yeah. So like, God forbid, I don't want to die today. Yes, I don't want. But if I die today, I can rest in peace because I know my family is straight.
They're good.
My family's straight.
It's the legacy. That's the real legacy. My family's
straight.
That's the real legacy.
Straight. So I tell a lot of these young guys out here, bro, get on your grown man.
Ooh, get
on your grown man. You know, get on your grown man. Get your family straight. If anything happened to you, make sure your family don't have to struggle. Yeah. And that's being a grown man.
Yeah, and also too, I like the direction y'all are moving in. So when we think about digital products, and we think about the knowledge that you guys are putting out there, the videos, all this stuff, when you're gone, people gonna be able to go back and watch it. Your grandkids can go back and tweak it, and so whoever's going into the business or taking it over, even if they don't, they'll be able to have it. Say this person did this person did. So it's all about legacy. So I love that you guys are giving back like that.
I just told my best friend the other day, I say I'm trying to set the blueprint so I can leave the blueprint behind. Yeah. So that they can pick the blueprint up and say, oh, this is what he done. I'm gonna run that same play,
and then change it along the way.
I'm gonna add a little sauce.
So think about Chick-fil-A. Think about all the family-owned operate. They grandkids and great they don't have to want for anything. They don't want to ever do. They don't have to because whoever the grandfathers, they've already set that up, and so that's the true legacy to me. Is like giving people that access.
The thing about it is though, like that's the white people been there.
They've been there.
It's the black people that gotta get there.
But even though the white people's been there, which is true,
it don't mean nothing.
But it doesn't mean nothing
because we coming.
Because what's truer than that is, even though they've been there, you always have to remember that before that empire was built, somebody took a chance.
That's it. It has to be somebody. So
my great grands and stuff could be born into wealth and stuff, but somebody took a chance. Yeah. Like the Rockefellers and the Kennedys, their kids is already straight forever. But somebody took a chance.
And people are scared.
Somebody took a chance.
I had a friend. I was going through some shit a couple months ago. Last year with my trucking business and stuff, and I was just like, I called. I was just stressed, and she was like, they call me Kiki. She was like, Kiki, like, girl, I'm proud of you because I'm too scared to even jump out here and do half the shit you're doing. I'm too scared of losing everything. So the fact that you going through the shit you going through, but you still trying to push through it, she was like, you gotta applaud yourself. And at that moment, that's when I realized people really are scared to take chances. I'm not scared.
No, we all look. You feel a little bit.
I do, but I'm gonna do that shit.
You gonna do it? I'm still a little scared. Everybody's scared.
Yeah.
But you can't be scared to the point to where
you're not taking action.
No, I gotta do.
Yeah.
Hey.
And of course, I always tell people excuses are the reason for being useless. If you want to continue to be useless, keep giving us the same damn excuses because we don't have excuses.
But
we taking actions. Don't go ahead, man.
No, I was just gonna say when you play scared, you stay idle.
Ooh, say that again.
Yeah. Say it like this.
And that's
that's boring.
And that's like being complacent. And I can't stand being complacent. Like that's
And that was good though because when I think about the word idle, you know that defibrillator you put on your heart. When you say beep, what that mean? You dead.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? But as long as life's going doom doom, doom doom, you living. So I'm embracing the ups and downs. I'm embracing the grind.
A lot of people come back with that scared thing and they say, well, I never got into trucking to get rich. I just got into trucking to have a better life.
Me too.
Ooh, talk about it.
So if I got rich in trucking,
Great.
cool. But I just wanted a better life, and I just wanted to live a free life. And what I mean by a free life, I just wanted to live a life, whatever I wanted, I can get.
Yes.
So I never put a number amount on it. I just want to live a free life. So
like that.
if I wanted a cookie today, I could go buy me a cookie today.
Come on.
If I want a car today, I could go buy me a car today. So whatever the money grab up to, as long as I'm living a life that I want to live, I believe that's when you become successful.
Right. And you didn't put any limits on it.
No, there's no
like
limits
that.
because, okay, Jay-Z's worth $1 billion. Okay, so what's the guy that Elon Musk might say Jay-Z's not successful? Bullshit. Bullshit because Elon Musk got $300 billion. Jay-Z only got $1 billion. Just like he can't say I'm not successful.
Yes.
So it's not a limit on the money.
Yes.
It's what you want out of life and what makes your life comfortable. That's what success is.
Go ahead.
I asked your wife last night when we was out eating. I said, sis, man, I can't wait till I become a millionaire. And she was like, why? And I was like, because like it's just that tangible, like the tangible part of being a millionaire. And she was like, girl, I turned into a millionaire, me and Fab and me and Buddy, and I don't feel no different. I said, and I get that, but it's the fact that you know whatever you want to do,
you can do it.
You can move how you want to.
But see, and what people that's coming up, you have to be careful with speaking to people that's already successful and made it because they speak from a different mindset now.
They do.
They speak from a different mindset now because they don't speak from the grind mindset that they once were in.
Yes.
Now it's the norm for them.
It's the norm. That's why my wife says this to her. Oh, girl, it ain't because me and my wife still eating oodles and noodles and French and beans right now to the day. We don't care how much money. Because that's what we like to eat. We don't live the Hollywood because we got a couple dollars. We keep it how we keep it. And so you have to be careful listening to successful people because I heard LeBron James say one time, and I disagree with him totally. To today, I disagree with him. Oh, you can't worry about the money and stuff like that. You got to spend time with the family. Bullshit. When you was broke, you wasn't worried about that family. You was worried about that bread and hoping to get your family right. So that's why you got to be careful listening to these successful people because that's bullshit. Because when I first started out, I wasn't thinking about no family. How I'm going to feed my family. I'm not thinking about no family time, no trips, no zoos. We can't do none of that if ain't no money coming in. So listen to these people.
We always say, how can broke people have sex? I don't get that.
The sex ain't the same.
It's not
the same.
Like, get your broke ass
not the same.
Got time for
No, it's not the same.
Money.
Ain't no type of.
Yes, because when the lights is about to go off and the air conditioner ain't running, you're burning up in there, and no heat.
People literally got offended.
That is not the same. It's not the same because
that's true.
People say money's not everything. That's bullshit.
Money is up there with oxygen. You need it to survive. That money stop, you die.
It's past oxygen. It's past oxygen. Then, people say, well, you can't. No, of course you can't bring nobody back from the dead. Of course you can't.
We
all know that. But shit, when you die.
When you here, you want to be free.
But when you die, your family going to have to spend money to put your ass in that ground. And even to burn you. So that's what we've been messed up for all these years, too. People keep saying money's money's not everything. When the other races were saying, bullshit, money is everything.
They've been on it.
They've been on it.
But it's a mindset. We've been stuck in that mindset from centuries.
And my little grandson, Jason, he's 6 years old. When he play his games and stuff like that, you know, you can go buy the cars and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He go buy the most expensive cars on it, and that's how his mind needs to be.
Yes,
he wants the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, because when he get older, that's always he gonna want one of his own, and that's what he expected. So he'll go get it.
He don't want no Toyota.
That's right.
And that's good, man. I tell people all the time, like, fear. The acronym is false evidence appearing real, because people they so fearful, they so scared. I'm like, what you scared of? Because listen, you can go to that job and work for 40 years. And we call it the 40 over 40 rule. You're going to work for 40 years, 40 hours a week, and can't receive 40% of what you put into the system at the end of the journey. That's why the jobs, we call it JOB, Journey of the Broke. You know what I'm saying?
They send you that little paper in the mail that show you how much you're going to get every month if you retire.
Social Security and your pension.
What the hell is this?
And then I can't get it till I'm in damn near 70.
And I have 2 degrees, and this is what I'm going to get.
Oh, this it's about to change, though.
What is this?
Our generation right here, we changing it up.
I think we changing the game.
I think you have more black millionaires than you ever had in any other generation. Generation we have now.
Yes.
And I believe this have a lot to do with it.
Yes.
But I'm scared for the generation behind me.
I know they're gonna be better than
they're gonna figure it out though.
They real risk takers.
They real risk takers.
Definitely risk takers.
They're gonna be real.
Shout out to Jesse, because they definitely some risk takers.
They're gonna be richer faster. They're gonna have more money than us.
Yes.
And not only that.
But I don't think they have the understanding of
not yet.
They're going through the process.
Not yet.
It's coming though. It's coming.
But it's coming. It's maturity. So like,
yes,
I had to look at myself. Like, I'm 43 today, and I'm like, when I was 18, I was hungry. I had my first business at 18. I had a video game company, but I ain't know a damn thing. So I didn't have nobody to reach out to. So when you don't have nobody to reach out to, the only thing you know is what they tell you next. My uncle say, go work over here. Go work. I'm like, damn, now I got to go work because nobody can help me. Yeah. So then the whole time I'm working for all them years, I'm like, man, I got to figure that out.
But now guess what the 18-year-olds got today?
Come on.
The fucking technology.
Yes.
And they got people like you, and you.
Yes. Because if I had this when I started business, my God.
It'll be over. The game over, man. I'm telling you, the kids don't realize how much they have access to. And so I'm a counselor, so I counsel kids and adults, but it's like, I tell the kids, like, do you realize like how much stuff you have access to? Like you can do anything you want to do.
My mom is 68 years old.
Come on.
My youngest grandson, youngest, he'd be a year next month. But my 6-year-old, he will run circles around my mother on this shit.
Yes.
Like my mother, like me, I'm not all that good with this technology. My little 6-year-old grandson,
he ready.
Go.
Them
he
fingers gone.
don't come ask for, Papa, could you help me out? Could you help me out? Could you do that? No. He knows everything. So right there, they being self-taught.
Yes.
They being self-taught. So they're going to achieve further than we did.
And if they can take your play, they can take your play that you didn't tweak it. You had to put your sauce on it, but then they're gonna add their sauce.
It's over.
It's the game. It's gonna be quicker.
It's over. And that's why I like people who build their company, a lot of their companies and stuff with their last name, because your last name means so much. Your name carries so much weight.
Fab. That's
what I'm saying.
People think my name from Fabulous from the rapper.
Yeah. No, that's my father's name.
Shit. And you know what? People get offended. I told somebody, you working for 401k, I'm working for my last name. It's 2 different mindsets.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's 2 different mindsets.
It's a different mindset. It's definitely a different mindset.
But somebody told me when I started my business, my ex-boyfriend at the time said, "Why would you name your business Kersey Logistics?" I was like, because it's my name. I wanted to be a representation of me. I want to be able to give my kids something to have. And he was like, I just think that's a bad decision. And I almost listened to him. And I was like, fuck that. I'm going to do what Shakira want to do. And I named it Kersey Logistics because I feel like that's who I am. That's my last name.
Your name carries weight. And that's going to go on forever. So that's amazing. The next thing I wanted to go into was your mentorships. We want to talk a little bit about their mentorship, guys. So they're in the dump trucking business. They do mentorship. So if you're looking for a mentor, you want to get in the game, these are the perfect people. They've been doing it for a
couple questions I want them to answer though is why y'all should join them, all right? and why it's so important to have a mentor. Because our mindset is, if I give you my address, and you don't put me in the GPS, you probably will never find my house as quick as you can. But with that GPS, your mentor, it tells you how long it's gonna take you to get there. Tell you the pace. It tells you everything. Mm-hmm. So you need that GPS. So you need that mentor. So why is it important they should join your mentorship?
Well, first of all, because we the shit, for real.
I love it.
Like, we're not faking. Like, nobody could come on there and expose us for what we're doing because we're not faking.
Come on.
Like, Google me. Yeah. Google me. We ain't faking over here.
That's it.
And we got 30 plus years. You got a lot of, which I'm not knocking. You got a lot of people on the internet that's doing things in other parts of the trucking and whatever. They don't even have 3 or 4 years.
Come on.
We got 30 plus years of not just dump trucking, but trucking in itself.
Come on.
And not saying that people that have 3 or 4, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I got
you. They don't know what we know.
We know,
of course.
We got it. We got it.
Experience the best teacher.
Right, and not only that we got it, we're still willing to learn. See, that's it. We're still willing to learn. But we got enough to teach you to get it rolling.
Okay, so what is the price for the mentorship? So they can know what's the price and then how they can join y'all.
So the mentorship is $2,500.
Okay.
You can go to our website, www.dumptruckinguniversity.com.
Gotcha.
Click the link in the bio. Click the link and then
in the bio. It'll be in there.
It'll be in there. Yeah, and not only that, our mentorship is 4 weeks long.
Okay.
For $2,500.
Okay.
After that 4 weeks is over, we still hold your hand until you are comfortable in the dump truck business.
So what should they? So this is the question. What should they expect from the 4 weeks?
So in the 4 weeks, oh gosh, it's so much information. So
man.
So pretty much what we do is we definitely start like a group chat first and foremost.
I got you.
And the group chat, that's all day, every day. You know, you got questions or whatever. And we like to do that to build camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Because then you follow this person, they follow each other. You might have a question that you
got you.
That. So, and then we get on Zoom call once a week. And that week, it's supposed to be an hour long, but we normally be on there for about 2 hours.
And not only that, supposed to be 4 weeks, we give an extra week too sometimes.
So hold on. That's why we built that quest for y'all, because y'all they can be back there in that community.
Yes.
They don't have to get on Zoom no more. Yes. They can be back there in that community.
Yes.
And y'all can be talking to them. Yes. And I think that's really good.
Yeah, that's what's up right there. Yeah.
So that's going to be a part of their mentorship, y'all. Y'all going to get access to an exclusive community.
Yes.
And I mean, I love it, y'all. What else? Did we miss something? Because you're looking at me.
No.
My co-host giving me the side eye.
No, I'm not giving the side eye. The thing is, we brought them on because I want people to know who they are, why they here, and to be connected to them because they know. Listen, this is not my thing.
Anything about dump trucking.
You know what I'm saying?
So don't be asking us.
Yes. Right. So we got the right people on there.
Right.
So you guys can, that's why it's important.
And dump trucking I've been dump trucking for almost 15 years now.
Okay.
That's my first trucking business I ever had.
Got you.
Dump trucking been looked over for so many years, but it's been kicking ass.
Wow.
Like, people have made a lot of money in the dump truck industry, and I think the reason it's getting the shine now is because COVID really killed. COVID killed the trucking business now.
Wow.
But now you're getting the after effects of it.
Okay.
Because when COVID was going along, trucking was still doing good. But now the after effects are coming from it, and the tractor business is getting destroyed. So it's getting destroyed because you and your wife go shopping. Y'all usually let's say y'all buy 3 rolls of toilet paper. Now you're only buying 1. Because money's tight right now. So if you only buying one roll of toilet paper, that means they're not ordering a lot of truckloads of toilet paper now. So that's what's hurting the tractor business right there. So that's why I think so many people are interested in the dump truck business right now. But you should have been interested in it, brothers and sisters.
Wow.
So one thing that I wanted to say is when you talked about the mentorship and why people should join our mentorship, my biggest thing is authenticity.
Come on, talk about it.
Like Fab said, we 30 years together. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock anybody that's on social media or doing anything, but you're not going to get on neither one of our pages and see mock photos or stock photos. You're not gonna see a bunch of flyers, and that's because we like to keep it authentic. You get on my page, you're gonna see me working on a truck. You're gonna see me driving a truck. You're gonna see me instructing students. You're gonna see me doing everything that I say that I do.
Come on.
You're going to see it on my page.
Like
if
that.
you get on Fab page, everything that he tell you that he own, everything that he tell you, you're going to see it. And I think that's why people, deal with us so heavily. And it's a realness because this is how me and Fab met, y'all.
Come on. Talk about it.
He was on, he had his free live.
Okay.
He brought somebody on. They happened to mention my name. He said, bring her on right now. I'd never forget. I was on my way to Canada, I believe, on my tractor.
He wasn't working, yeah.
I was on the truck, and when I got on, he said, you on the truck now. Are you real with this? And I was having my very first event, and Fab said, I'm coming. I didn't think he was coming. I'm like, he ain't coming. This nigga ain't coming to my event. But he came, and one of my panelists didn't come. And I asked him that night before. I said, can you please come on my panel? Can you? And he was
Come on.
yeah, I'll be on there. And it's so crazy because he ended up being the person that everybody gravitated to.
Oh, wow.
Like, he was put in my life for a reason at that moment. And he was like, listen, you doing this tractor thing. We start talking about dump trucks. I'm like, I love dump trucks. That's all I drive. He was like, all right, fuck that tractor shit. You about to get into this dump truck game. You drive them, you about to own them too. And that goes back to your environment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Your environment.
Because he pushes me, like, does not get it twisted. He cusses me out.
Hey, we need that sometimes.
Yeah, but you know that you just said that what's meant for you is meant for you. So
Yes.
it was meant for me and Sassy to connect.
Yeah.
It was meant for me to go to her trucking seminar that day. It was meant for me to sit on
Come
her
on.
couch. So everything is already set up for you.
Yes.
You just got to just take the path.
Yes, and I think that's why I tell people, take action.
Yes.
Because and the problem is we're trying, and just make me think about the children of Israel. Why did it take them so long on this? It took them 40 years on a 40-day journey. Just want to learn about a lot of wannabe entrepreneurs. I call them wannabe entrepreneurs because they refuse to get a mentor. And so that mentor is not having that GPS. So now I'm telling you my address, but you don't have no GPS, so you got to stop to this store, ask this person. They don't know me. They don't know where I'm going. They don't know the play. So you keep asking the wrong people to run the play when you could just get a mentor and they can take you from A to Z, not A1, A2.
You ain't got to get on Google.
You ain't got to get on Google.
Because they right here.
They right here. So I think that's very important, though. You got anything else you want to say?
No, you wrapped it up, boo. You did that.
Hey, boo.
You did that. You did that. There was one other thing I wanted to squeeze in. They are dropping a course, guys. They are dropping a course.
Yes.
It's going to be on their website as well.
Yes.
What y'all want to tell the people about the course?
Come on.
So the course is for, we all know how money tight.
Mm-hmm.
The course is for those who don't feel like they need a mentor. They don't feel like they need us.
It's still a mentor. It's just
you don't have that.
You don't have our personal
access
time.
to
Yes.
us. Yeah.
Yes.
But you still have the same information,
Yes.
but it's just virtual.
Yes.
You don't have our personal time.
You're still going to see them. You're still going to see them. It's still interactive.
We're still interactive. But with that mentorship for the 2,500, like we literally holding your hand.
Yes.
Like we have, like we still. I spoke to we speak to our mentees. Like Sassy just went with one of our mentees to buy a truck. We're not getting paid for that.
Right. She's going with you.
Right. Like the 4 weeks is over with. The money is done.
Telling you how to do
There's
it.
no more business, but this is what we bring.
The love.
And
so I think the course is kind of that buffer in between.
Yes. And the cost is much cheaper. It's $297.
Yeah.
You get it on our website. It's $297. So that's a big difference between $2,500 and $300. So if you can't afford the mentorship, we get it.
I'm gonna advise you to get both. Just so you can have some knowledge before you kind of come to them, right?
Yes, I think that's the best way to do it.
Well, if you do get both, and you get if you buy the course and you get the mentorship, instead of being $2,500, we take the $300 off. It'd be $2,200.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that. I got y'all a deal. Y'all better get on it. Y'all better go.
And
there.
I think that's it. I just think that's so important, that because I want people to value the people who's speaking. Because a lot of times we tend to and this is a thing, and I told a couple of my friends, the disrespect of not knowing I'm him, I would delete your number on my phone and block you.
Say that again.
You know what I'm saying? So I think we have listen, millionaires right here speaking.
Right? Multi-millionaires. Multi.
And
not one, just multi.
The disrespect and not appreciating, like being connected to them. You know, I tell people all the time, don't disrespect the connectivity.
I'm excited.
Because people do, though.
I'm excited just being in the room. We've been working with them on some other things, but I'm so excited just for them to just be here. I see them online just like some of y'all see them online. So seeing them in person and seeing them online,
it's different.
I love it. They are what they say they are, and they bring in what they say they're going to bring.
All right, so last question is, one of y'all take each get a minute and tell the people what is it that they need to be successful in life and why. So y'all got 1 minute each to close this podcast out.
I'm gonna let you end it.
Okay. So you got 1 minute to tell them what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur and why it's so important.
Okay, so what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur in my eyes is determination. Determination and drive, and definitely honesty. It's all about building relationships with people. I feel like that's how you be successful as an entrepreneur, because we can't do it by ourselves.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to have other people that you can pull from, but not only can you pull from them, you got to be able to give something as well. So
that's good.
That's how I feel that, that's what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur.
I love it. No, that was a great answer. I love
that was good. My opinion, what you need to be a great entrepreneur is the first thing you have to do is to believe in yourself.
Ooh, come on.
You have to believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself, you have to isolate yourself. And once you isolate yourself, you got tunnel vision, and I think the road will be clear from here on out. But you definitely have to believe in yourself.
I love it. Listen, man, thank you guys for watching this podcast. We always tell you, keep watching us like you watch TV. You're going to watch your mindset change, and you're going to watch your income grow. We see you guys in the next video. Peace.
I forgot that.
You're kicking it with the Christians. You're kicking it with the Christians. One marriage, two hustlers, it shows. We'll travel the globe in search of endless possibility. You're kicking it with the Christians. Together we'll conquer it all. Take the highs with the lows, 'cause there's no losing with this energy. You're kicking it with the Christians.
Don't forget to follow us on all platforms.